Have you ever felt like the more deeply you think, the more alone you become? Like the more you understand, the less people want to listen? You're not imagining it. Society has always feared deep thinkers, not because they're wrong, but because they see what others refuse to. From Socrates to Galileo, Nietzsche to Tesla, brilliant minds weren't cast out for being unintelligent. They were silenced because they made others uncomfortable. Arthur Schopenhauer once said that intelligence can feel like a curse, one that isolates those who see the world too clearly. But why? Why does society resist those who think deeply? It comes down to human psychology. When we see someone who's strong or wealthy, we might admire them. But when we meet someone intellectually superior, something strange happens. It's called the mirror effect. A deep thinker doesn't just offer new ideas. They reflect back the limitations of everyone around them, and that makes people uneasy. You see, strength, wealth, beauty, these are external. They don't challenge who we are. But intelligence? That strikes at our identity, our beliefs, our understanding of the world. That's how we define ourselves. So when someone questions that, it feels like a personal attack. This is why, instead of admiring intelligence, many subconsciously resist it. Not because the deep thinker is arrogant, but because their presence exposes our blind spots. Ever tried sharing a thoughtful idea in a casual conversation, only to be met with awkward silence or a quick topic change? It's not you. It's a defense mechanism. People aren't rejecting you. They're protecting their ego. And here's the irony. In social settings, confidence is often more valued than intelligence. People are drawn to certainty, even if the ideas are shallow. That's why charismatic, simple voices go viral. They say what people want to hear. But deep thinkers, they speak in nuance. They challenge assumptions. And most people aren't ready for that. That's the paradox. The deeper you think, the more disconnected you may feel. Even science backs this up. Studies show that when someone feels intellectually inferior, the brain's amygdala, our fear center, lights up. Our minds react to deep thinking as if it's a threat. Why? Because for most of history, survival depended on belonging, not brilliance. Being accepted by the tribe meant safety. Being different meant danger. So when a deep thinker enters the room, they don't just bring insight. They disrupt the group's balance. They challenge the status quo. And that makes people nervous. A 2021 Stanford study found that people are more accepting of deep thinkers one-on-one. But in groups, the rejection spikes. Why? Because in groups, it's not just about truth. It's about social standing. No one wants to feel outshined. This is why deep thinkers often thrive in private conversations, but feel isolated in crowds. Add in the Dunning-Kruger effect, where the less someone knows, the more they think they know. And it's no surprise that shallow confidence often wins over quiet depth. So where does this leave deep thinkers? Alone? Misunderstood? Sometimes, but also with something rare: clarity. In a world that avoids discomfort, those who see clearly have a responsibility, not to dominate conversations, but to plant seeds, not to win arguments, but to spark thought. Because while the world may resist deep thinkers today, the truths they speak often become tomorrow's wisdom. The deeply you think, the more alone you